The covenant in salvation history. As we go through the Bible, we see that God has revealed himself to his people through various stages of the covenant. All of these stages of the covenant in salvation history represent relationships that are human and earthly. But they also bring us closer to the fullness of revelation, which Jesus Christ will bring in the new covenant. The new covenant lifts us up to recognize that God is the only perfect family, and that we are invited to share in that perfect relationship. The Son of God has become the Son of Man so that we can become children of God. Through Christ, we are the adopted as children of God, sharing in the perfect family relationship of the Blessed Trinity. Heaven is our true home, and heaven means sharing the very life of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The fall. God created the world, and it was good, as Genesis tells us. Man's place in this world, however, did not remain in the state of divine bliss for long. The 3rd chapter of Genesis begins with the introduction of a new character. From Genesis, "Now the serpent was more subtle than any other wild creature that the Lord had made. He said to the woman, 'Did God say you shall not eat of any tree in the garden?' And the woman said to the serpent, 'You may eat of the fruit of the trees in the garden, but God said, you shall not eat from the fruit of the tree that is in the midst of the garden, neither shall you touch it, lest you die.' But the serpent said to the woman, 'You will not die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you'll be like God, knowing good and evil.' So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was to be desired to make one wise, she took of its fruit and ate, and she also gave some to her husband, and he ate." God had told Adam and Eve, "The day you eat of the tree of knowledge, you shall die." The serpent told them, "You will not die." It is clear that the serpent's opposition to the truth of which God spoke was a lie, a deception that cost Adam and Eve dearly. The New Testament identifies the serpent with the devil, or Satan, the deceiver, who works against God's plan for his people. When Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge, they did not physically die. However, they lost something greater than their natural life. They lost supernatural life, the life of grace in their souls. As the Catechism of the Catholic Church states, following St. Paul, the Church has always taught that the overwhelming misery which oppresses men and their inclination towards evil and death cannot be understood apart from their connection with Adam's sin and the fact that he has transmitted to us a sin with which we are all born afflicted, a sin which is the death of the soul. Because of this certainty of faith, the Church baptizes for the remission of sins even tiny infants who have not committed personal sin.